Good afternoon, everyone. We'll just wait for a few seconds for everyone to come in for this interactive webinar for Marketing 101. My name is Jesus Padilla from the Florida SBDC at FIU. So some general housekeeping items. This is a recorded webinar, so in case if you have to step out, answer a phone call, don't worry, all participants will be receiving today's presentation, along with additional information on how we can best assist you with your business needs, growth strategy, and also the next steps so your business could be successful for 2027. Definitely encourage you to introduce yourself in the chat. What type of business you have, what industry, where you're located. So like that, throughout today's presentation, we could provide some examples, some aha moments in some of the slides, and like that, we could carry a good interaction throughout today's presentation. If there's any questions, strongly encourage you to put them in the Q&A or in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions or moderate those questions on your behalf as well. Along with my colleague, Mariana, she'll be able to answer some of those questions in the chat as well. Good. So once again, who am I? My name is Jesus Padilla. I'm the Assistant Director here at the Florida SBDC at FIU. I have been in the center for over 10 years, and I am just like you. I have that entrepreneurial spirit that I have provided co-consulting in the area of marketing, startup assistance by providing those innovative tips on what it takes to be successful to start your business, but also to grow your business. I'm also a 3-time alum here at FIU with a master's in marketing and also an MBA as well. All right, perfect. I definitely see a lot of different industries and sectors, and I love it. And that's where it's going to be the more the collaboration, the different ideas, different strategies, along with different what's next items at the conclusion of today's presentation. So a brief description of the Florida SBDC network. It is funded through a cooperative agreement through the Small Business Administration. And I know that we have some folks that are outside the Miami-Dade and Monroe County. We have 9 regional centers across the entire state of Florida, as we're more than happy to connect you with your local SBDC to help you with your business needs, such as the 101 business consulting, the startup assistance, market and growth strategies, the government contracting, the access to capital, the information, data, and market research, making sure that you're understanding your client persona, the market analysis, the competitive analysis, to understand the overall data, to making sure that you're making those key strategic decision making for you to scale your business. But at the same time, those trainings and workshops that we have throughout the entire state that could definitely enhance and elevate your business needs and growth. So we're going to go get started based on the overall objectives for today's conversation. And it is going to be focusing on several key pillars that we're going to be having this in mind throughout today's presentation. It is understanding and defining marketing, the importance of the business development, followed by the target market research process, how to do it, how to understand, how to analyze what you're looking for, identify those key components of developing an effective marketing plan, describing those high impact strategies that foster that business success. No two businesses, no two industries are the same, but having those impactful, innovative marketing strategies could definitely elevate your brand, but also the customer experience as well. And most importantly, we're in the world of digital marketing. It's those key concepts for measuring high performing performances in the marketing strategies, such as the social media campaigns as well. So overall, marketing is a process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. That's the American Marketing Association. But the key word is satisfy, that your products or services should provide a solution to an unfulfilled need in the marketplace. Everyone is a consumer. If it's restaurant, buying a car, buying clothes, buying experiences, you have that need. But as those respected restaurants, retailers, professional services, they're trying to satisfy that pain point, to educate and elevate that experience. So this is a good opportunity to understand how you're able to satisfy those needs of your marketplace. This is where oftentimes the word marketing is often confused with advertising. Both are important, but advertising is a single component of the overall marketing process. Okay, let's see. I see some questions. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and if you have some questions, strongly encourage you to put them in the Q&A. So like that, throughout today's presentation, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. So part of the marketing process, I know that we mentioned the advertising, but at the same time, we also talk about the community involvement, the customer support, the distribution channels, the market research, the media planning, the product pricing, public relations, and the overall sales strategy. So think of this as a small ingredient to the bigger piece of your food item. Just like baking a cake, there's the eggs, the butter, the oil, the flour. So all of this is all in the same component of all the key ingredients to develop in your marketing process. But at the same time, clients ask me, Jesus, why is marketing important to my business? Well, it's simple because it is how you're able to build those relationships. This is where you treat everyone as a relationship, enhance that experience versus treating everyone as a transaction. So by fostering those relationships, it definitely you're able to understand what the customer needs, and why they want to buy, but at the same time to educate them on those particular items that they're searching for. It also continues by establishing those prices, letting potential customers to know more about your products and service. And bottom line, it is how to alleviate those customers' pain points and problems simply by educating them. And that's how you're able to build that trust and enhancing the customer experience. Now, I just have a question. You could put it in the chat. You could raise your hand. Do you know who's your target market? Who are the ideal customers that you would like to cater to? Those potential customers. Do you understand their needs? And what products would they consider buying from you? Okay, perfect. I got some few hand raises. Fantastic. Yeah. And if you don't know, that's perfectly fine. This is where we come and help you to determine if you are having the right effective messaging to that respected clients or the potential market that you like to cater to. So for example, if I want to sell ice cream, I want to make sure that my market is the health conscious individuals that enjoy um, feeling good, looking good, health, that work out, but also enjoy to have the luxuries of eating ice cream might be different versus someone that just wants to eat ice cream and enjoy the different flavors. So by having a good understanding, this is how you're able to record, analyze the data surrounding of the marketing of your goods and services. But here's some techniques that would definitely help you to enhance your target market research is analyzing the demographic data, population changes, the gender, the income levels, age ranges, educational levels, competitive analysis. This is where you're able to fully grasp the data market research, the information, any current trends. This is where we'll be able to assist you to make sure that are you making those key strategic decisions effective or not. A perfect example, we had a client that wanted to open up a child daycare center. That's a big demand. That's a big necessity. But she didn't really do a due diligence based on the target market because she decided to open up a daycare center on a 55 and over community. There is that definitely was outside the age range, the population changes, the demographic data. So if she was able to analyze those techniques and decided to do a daycare center in one particular city that there were multiple competitors, start to evaluate that analysis. What are they doing that you're not doing? What are you doing that they're not doing? And that creates a value proposition along with the competitive analysis approach, but then at the same time start doing the pricing. Are are they pricing themselves too high, too low? What's the Goldilocks approach for them to get those ideal customers that I like to do? Instead of focusing on the entire city, focus on a 2 or 3 mile radius, as those are the ideal customers that I'd like to cater to. So this is a good opportunity for you to do a full self-assessment. Where are your customers located? What are their tendencies, their behaviors, the customer profile or the customer persona, so you can start creating a brand of that particular messaging that's effective, and also be successful as well. So here's some key questions, and this is something that you could definitely start thinking. And you could definitely ask your customers, but at the same time, you could also ask yourself, are you satisfying these market research questions that you could be in the eyes and the mind behind your respected customers? Who are your existing customers and who are your potential customers? How would you describe or profile your customers? Where are they located? Are you offering the kinds of products or services customers want? So this is key questions that you could do a self-assessment. And if you don't know these questions or you don't know how to answer them, that's not a problem. We could definitely help you to start creating those buyer personas for you. And I will be emailing everyone the presentation, the recording, along with additional resources that could definitely help you to do the homework before our consultants will be able to give them to you while meeting with you as well. Okay, and I see some questions right here. Are there any upcoming events? There are some upcoming events. Just shoot me an email. And my colleague Mariana will put my email address in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to provide some of those upcoming events. Let me know if there's any particular industries or city networking events, so like that I could best assist you to answer that question for you. And then in the chat. Yes, what are good resources to gather this market research? I think there's going to be in the next few slides, and if it's not in the next few slides, I'll be providing you the additional links on how to gather those market research. It could be the U.S. Census Bureau, the Federal Reserve, the any municipalities or cities that you like to open up your location or see the demographics of that particular entity. But at the same time, our consultants, they have access to various tools of market research data and programs that they could definitely assist you, even if it's trying to export to internationally as well. We have a consultant that can assist you with the international data, the market research as well. So by all means, like no two businesses, no two industries are the same, but there's various platforms and programs that our consultants that can definitely assist you to get the best market research database or information for you. Okay. So by doing the target market research process, this is how you're able to start to differentiate and start grouping them in different areas: the segmentation population, the identify target markets, how to position yourself, along with the stakeholder analysis. And the segmentation, this is how you're able to group them, which segment is best for the offerings for your business. You can separate them by demographics such as gender, age, income, education levels, location, beliefs, and spending habits. A perfect example in the segmentation, there's going to be two segments of customers. My brother, he has an infant son. He's 2 months old. So I'm the cool uncle. So I want to buy baby clothes. So now, as a baby clothes retailer, they have two markets that they could definitely cater to: the family of the parents of the newborn, or myself, the cool uncle that want to spoil my nephew down to the teen. Those are two different categories that they would like to cater to. So who gets the best offerings? It's going to be the family of the newborn. So that because they want to spoil and shower the newborn with gifts. I want to be the fair uncle. So that is where, as a retailer, they're going to be focusing more on the uncle than the parents in that particular example. So this is how you're able to start grouping them and see which is the best messaging and which yields the most return on investment of your marketing efforts. Then by doing so, that's how you're able to identify those particular target markets that you want to um, attract to. You may find that you can target different groups or one product that might have a primary and secondary target market. By positioning, this is how you're able to position your business using the effective messaging. Say the right things about your product to the right people in a way that they understand. If you provide a lot of jargon and a lot of technical words, you might lose the attention or you might lose the attention of the respective prospective customer. But if you make it more personalized and educate them, that definitely helps to create the effective messaging. So you want to be as simple, but at the same time, as effective as possible while speaking to that particular customer. So this is a good way to enhance your elevator pitch. What is your business and how you're able to sell your product or offer your services to your ideal customer. So in the chat, you could put it, do you have an effective messaging on how to get your ideal customers, or how do you say the right things about your product? Or do you have an elevator pitch per se? Perfect. I love it. Yes, you do. Okay. Okay. Yep. You know how to sell, but you don't know how to execute it. Okay. Perfect. That's not a problem. Yeah. So it's various forms on how to do it. But that's when we come and help you to have an effective elevator pitch. So you're able to put, have the confidence and present with conviction. Perfect. I love it. Yep. So by having the stakeholder analysis, it's anyone that's affected by what your business does, and the health of your business is a stakeholder. You granted you cannot satisfy all the needs of the stakeholders, but it's important to identify which stakeholder are the most important one to you, your values, and the health of your business, and keep these prioritized stakeholders in mind when making those day-to-day and key long-term strategic decisions. Now, I know that we talked about what are the tools and resources. Here's a slide right here. So the industry market research can be conducted in person with consumers by you and your team, but also you could utilize the free public databases such as the U.S. Census Bureau, the Department of Reserve, the Federal Reserve, the Department of Labor. But at the same time, if you don't have access or overwhelmed with all those data points, this is where we come and help you. We want to make sure that you're stress free and enjoy the marketing, your services, your brand, your products to the customers, so you could be efficient, but at the same time expanding your business. Now, I'm going to give you like a small outline or the key components of creating a business plan. This is where I want you to start creating as the homework, as a small outline. Then afterwards, our consultants can assist you to create the marketing plan, and at the same time, how to incorporate AI within your marketing plan as well. So this is a good opportunity. So one of the key components or the key aha moments of today's presentation is going to be the next few slides. So definitely, this is where you'll definitely have a good experience. It's understanding the overall blueprint and strategies to help you attract and retain your customers. But at the same time, it is where you're able to influence whether a bank will provide you a small business loan. So having this a good marketing plan will definitely solidify yourself for success for the strategies for 2026, but also start planting the seeds for 2027. So have a good understanding of the 4 P's of marketing, which is the place, the price, the promotions, and the products that you're offering to your respective customers. And this is where you're able to start having a good understanding. Nobody knows this better than you. Identify those target markets, define those products and services. What's the pricing strategy? Is it subscription based, one-time based, annual based? How is it? Because I saw some monthly memberships, I think, in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. So this is starting a membership for Floral. Exactly. So this is a good opportunity to understand that pricing strategy. And Alex, I really love it, what you just focused on the 3 questions on the services of the client's needs, Can they trust you? And does it fit within their budget? Absolutely. I love it. It's a three questions. And then the product location, the distribution, the promotion strategy. Review your competition. Identify your business competitive advantage, and that also creates your value proposition along creating that marketing budget. This is where small business owners have limited resources to spend on marketing, but concentrating your efforts on one or few key market segments gets you the most return on investment. This is how you're able to group them in different segments, just what we talked about earlier. It could be the geographical segmentation or the customer segmentation. Sorry about that. Can everyone see the slides? Just stop sharing for a second. Let me share again. Sorry about that. Okay. So by the geographical segmentations, this is how you're able to focus on the needs of a particular geographical area. So for example, if you want to open up a ice cream shop and you want to cater in downtown Miami, and your marketing advertisements is located in Miami Beach, it's apples to oranges. It's not going to be really successful versus if you want to do it within a 1 mile radius within your area. So for example, if you want to have an ice cream shop and there's no parking, but right behind you there is a high rise of multiple high rise buildings of 40-story buildings, that is a good opportunity for you just to focus on these particular apartment buildings as your customer base versus folks that live across the city or across the town or across the state. So by focusing on the geographical segmentation, that is going to be your sweet spot. Just like what we talked about earlier in the daycare center, that there's multiple competitors of daycare centers, but you want to focus on a 2 mile radius because those are going to be the ideal customers that you like to cater to. While the customer segmentation is identify people who are most likely to buy your product and service and target them in those groups. So, for example, I was growing up as a surfer. I used to go and surf and boogie board over in Daytona and Cocoa Beach. So I definitely love surfing. So this is the example right here. So if you're in business selling surfboards and you want to target people who are engaged in or at least interested in the sport of surfing, you put them in where those customers enjoy watching surfing or blogs about it or listen to it. While reaching out to the baby boomers in a retirement magazine may bring them may get some energetic prospects, but you won't sell a lot of surfboards. And this could be anything. People who commute on buses versus they drive their cars to and from work might be different if you decide to do a billboard versus a radio ad. So having a good understanding where are your customers, how would they buy your products, and how you're able to convey that messaging of selling your product or services. So having a good understanding of the buyer persona, the consumer behavior, that's where how you'll be able to be successful on the platforms. So this is where you clearly identify and describe your products and services as they relate to the supporting the needs of your customer. So product strategies may include concentrating on a narrow product line, developing a highly specialized product, or providing a product with an unusually high quality service program. So this is how you're able to start educating them, creating them as additional enhancements of conversations. Hey, and it could be just like cell phones, or it could be technology wise. So it's always engaging and supporting the needs of your customers. Like for example, if you bought yourself a car and the salesperson, oh, and by the way, this also provides new features. I'm not sure after 3 weeks of you having the car, have you heard about these features? Did you play around with these features? Yes or no? Allow me to re-educate you on these particular items. Is always experiencing the engagement. And this is how you're able to start having an outline of your pricing strategy that is that's unique and different from the competitors that you may be able to charge a higher price without a reduction in volume. So it's overall the service that you're providing. There's several pricing decisions that you can make to support your marketing strategy. It's the actual retail price, offering volume discounts, or seasonal pricing are a few options. Every day we encounter pricing applied by other competitors, learn from them. But it's important that you keep abreast of the changes in the marketplace because these changes can affect your bottom line. So if you price yourself too low, what's the perception of the quality or the brand that you're offering? But if you price it too high, you might alienate almost chunk of your marketplace. So having the Goldilocks, the sweet spot approach, that will be just right for your customers. With the product location distribution, this is where consider a location that is cost effective, it has good traffic flow while selecting the site, since advertising and rent can be reciprocal. So that means that if it's a low cost and low traffic, likely means spending more on advertising to build that traffic. So it's the same thing with the manufacturing wholesale businesses. Consider the cost associated with the distribution of your products, the supply chain. Maybe there's a disruption of shipping products from one country to the other, and there is a delay. How you're able to operate those efficiencies. But all of these decisions on customer convenience, speed, transportation, warehousing, and an e-commerce option. So there's different factors. So have all of this into consideration as well. Along with the marketing strategy, it is important that you develop a strategy that uses various media to promote your business, that you will monitor which promotional activities is most effective, such as advertising, sales promotion, and publicity. We as small business owners, we have very limited funds for advertising. So it's critical to deliver a consistent communication to retain customers. So once again, you have to be critical on how you're able to deliver those consistent communications to deliver those customers. So you have to consider advertising options, sales and promotion, and the image that you want your business to reflect to the public. So I know that in the chat, I had a question, how do I identify my and your competitive advantage? So as an initial strategy, I want you to focus 5 business competitors in your area. Create a file A, B, C, and D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Identify their strengths and also their weaknesses. Key files on their advertising, promotional materials, as well as their pricing strategy. Look up their social media channels, get coupon books, see what are they doing and what you're not doing. And ask yourself, what can you do to improve upon what your competition is doing? And if you're doing something that the competition is not doing, enhance that experience as well. So that also creates your value proposition as well, and also your competitive advantage. So ask yourself, what can you do to improve upon what your competition is doing? And that's where we have multiple consultants that can assist you in that. Yep, there you go. I love it. Easy way to identify, yeah. And you can also look at their Google ads or their Google feedback forms as well, feedback reviews. So different opportunities on how to do it, but definitely find different strategies, different files based on their strengths and weaknesses. By preparing your marketing budget, this is where it requires money. So, but at the same time, this is where you have to allocate funds for operating budget to cover all costs associated with marketing. And this is where our consultants in the marketing consultants and our access to capital consultants, they collaborate together. Because if your marketing budget is $2 million, but you're bankable only for $25,000, now how can we restructure all of this to have a budget for 25 instead of 2 million? So this is where everyone works together to make sure that it's the bigger return investment to scale your business, but at the same time to repay that respected loan as well. Business success comes from satisfying those customers' needs and providing them an incredible customer service. This is how you're able to help you reach new customers and keep those existing customers. Remember, as I said earlier, treat each customer as a relationship versus a transaction. These strategies are designed to be used in conjunction with each other. Implementing a combination of these strategies ensures a successful blended marketing solution. It is always providing the white glove service. That's why I asked earlier as well, the what's next conversation. You started a business, what's next? Do you need marketing, access to capital, government contracting? You hired someone, what's next? How else can we help you? So it's always the ongoing conversation so we can retaining, but also enhancing our clients' business needs. But then at the same time, if you have a good experience, you will definitely touch base with other colleagues, entrepreneurs in your ecosystem. They have such a great experience. You could definitely contact the Florida SPDC at FIU to help you with with their business needs. So it's always ongoing based on retaining, but also getting new clients as well. So here's some influential marketing strategies that you could definitely benefit. It is survey on your customers. And I know in a few seconds, Mariana will be putting a poll in the in today's presentation. Follow up on every sale. How was the experience? Are you happy? Remember, educate them. Have you had any issues with the product with your product or service? Um, have you heard about A, B, C item? So this is where you're able to follow up and see if there is a roadblock in at the end of that transaction, and if there's a constant roadblock, that's where you're able to mitigate that experience for any future ones as well. Secondly, offer some free samples and gifts, offering coupons as well. Demonstrations, seminars on how to educate and enhance their experience. Write an article like that, you become a subject matter expert in that particular area. So, for example, I love personal marketing. So this is a good opportunity to elevate your brand, who you are, become the subject matter expert. I tend to tell everyone, do the LinkedIn 300. The LinkedIn 300 workout, it is have 100% in your LinkedIn profile. Connect with at least 100 people or professionals within the industry that you to cater to, and participate in 100 different groups of the industry, organization, marketplace that you're offering your services, and you collaborate. Like that, you're able to write articles, respond to comments, not be professional or promotional. I'm sorry, not be promotional of your products or services. Let your brand, in terms of becoming the subject matter expert as a trusted individual, that you know what you're talking about, and that how you're able to market yourselves, your services, and your products afterwards. So I definitely encourage you to do the LinkedIn 300 workout. So once again, it's 100% on your profile, 100 connections of professionals in the industry that you like to market to or do business with, and collaborate in 100 groups of that particular industry or segments that you like to market yourself into. Have good signage. If you don't have a good signage, how can people see you? Stay alert with the current trends, educate, advise folks with different opportunities and items to elevate that experience. But then at the same time, have a great online presence and integrate social media as a strategy. And now with today's world of AI, also incorporate AI into the fold as well. This is when we talk about the social media marketing. This is an effective way to have an effective form of marketing for a variety of reasons, but make sure that you have the right social medias to that particular messaging that you like to portray. So, for example, I'm a steakhouse. How do I promote my steakhouse through LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram? It's 3 different channels, 3 different messaging, but at the same time, how can I use this effective social media to elevate the marketing? Well, YouTube is the educational side in terms of the different wine pairings with the different cuts of beef. Instagram is the overall experience, everyone having a great time, laughing. But then LinkedIn, it's I want the C-suites executives to experience an executive lunch menu, have a delicious meal, and close their meetings in 30 minutes. So that's how you're able to market my product, my service, my restaurant in 3 different social media platforms. So this is how you're able to monitor, respond, and measure which is the appropriate channels, times of posting per day, or the time of the day. If my market is in California and I decide to put my marketing, my social media post at 6 o'clock in the morning, everyone's asleep. So they're not seeing it. It's not effective. So this is how you're able to measure, respond, and to monitor. Respond to any questions or feedbacks that people are putting in your social media channels as well. That definitely elevate the experience because at the end of the day, you're promoting your services. So that's why we have 2 ears, one mouth, because we're able to listen more of our customers and we get to respond afterwards. So this is how you're able to measure those successes. And this is where you're able to start analyzing the key issues by addressing and answering the basic questions. How does the performance of your company compare with the industry norms? Is it above? Is it below? Is it on par? How do I know for certain my marketing efforts are effective and how? Is my company doing all they can to be more customer oriented? And are your customers satisfied? That's where you're able to continue asking. You could definitely touch base with them. How is the experience? Are there any ways that we can better improve? Is always learning and growing on how to be successful. And then at the same time, this is how you're able to measure the the overall KPIs. It could be the market analytics, the SEOs, the key performance indicators, and also the return on investment. So different opportunities how to measure that success, but that's where you have to review to see which one is the best one for you. So I'm bringing everything back together, and this is going to be one of the homeworks I'll be providing. Along, I saw that Mariana put the chat, no, the poll in today's presentation. It's focus on your target market research. This is like your small outline or the checklist for when we meet for our consultants to meet with you in terms of I need help with my target market research or creating the marketing plan, or how do I measure my marketing performance? So this is a small checklist, and we go down from top down so that we're not doing scrambling from left and right. So focus on your target market research. Create that marketing plan, identify who's your target market, define those products and services. What's your marketing strategy? Establish an influential marketing strategy, but at the same time, showcase your social media platforms, how to post it, what ideas you got to do. And then lastly, measure those marketing performance so that you're successful, it's cost effective, and at the same time, elevating your business so you could be successful for 2026, but at the same time, enhance it for 2027 as well. So I'll have the chat or the Q&A available. So if you have any questions, by all means, I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. Along with I'll be providing some, Mariana is going to be providing the link, our YouTube channel, but at the same time, we have upcoming workshops and events for the next few weeks that you could definitely participate as an opportunity for us to continue connecting and helping you out in what we can as well. But definitely strongly encourage you to connect with us. You could shoot us an email. You could like and subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, as well as we have a lot of pre-recorded webinars to assist you with your business needs. Okay. And then at the same time, if you want to register for consultation, Mariana is putting the link in the chat. And then at the same time, any way that we can do to assist you, we're a phone call, an email, an event away. So are there any questions in the chat? All right. You're welcome, Laura. Okay. Yes, I got a question right here. Yes. Our service is no cost to you. So if your business is located here in Miami-Dade, Monroe County, we'll be more than happy to connect you with our business consultant. But if you're located outside, we do have a specialized consultant or region that could definitely assist you in that. Okay. 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 For nonprofit, it's outside the scope of our services, but I could email you the nonprofit list and resource partners that we have. So I'm putting my email in the chat. Okay. Yeah. And then yeah, so yeah, you could scan the QR code. You could also put the link in the let me put the link in the chat. Okay. Okay. I put the link in the chat so that it's an easy um, point. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let me know if there's any additional questions in the Q&A or in the chat. Okay. Okay. Perfect. No problem. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. But like I said, if there's any way that we can do to assist you, don't hesitate. Give me a call, shoot me an email. I'm more than happy to assist you. But I want to thank you all for attending today's conversation. And like I said, we have a team of 18 consultants that can work with you with your marketing strategies, your market research, making sure that those strategies that you have in mind, are they effective or not? So I want to make sure that you're not making those mistakes. I want to make sure that everything is organized, have a good foundation. Because at the same time, like I know that marketing, if you're not marketing correctly, you're losing a lot of potential customers as well. So, like I said, we're family. Anything we can do to assist you, we're an email, phone call, and event away. So thank you all once again, and I'll see you. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll be looking for that email, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.